Welcome back to the 2006 Savannah Film Festival. I'm Katie Davis, and joining us in the studio today is D.B. Sweeney, who is here promoting his film Dirt Nap.
That's right.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about the concept of this movie, because it's kind of a road trip movie. It's a real kind of naturalistic way of writing. Can you talk a little bit about the process?
Yeah, well, the idea, the impetus to make the movie came from my desire as an actor to sort of play a different kind of character. I never get to be the quote-unquote goofy guy. I've sort of been put into this this shelf in Hollywood where I'm kind of the intense guy or whatever, you know, just sort of like kind of the straighter guy. And I always wanted to play that part, so I thought the only way I'm going to get a chance is if I write it myself. And that was the whole intention of the movie, was to not make any great statements, but the statement of it was that these people, regular people, are important, and that all the little goofy things you do with your friends, that there's a certain nobility to that, and that's how we get through our lives.
Right, and how has it been received so far in the film festival?
You know, we've had a great time, and it's interesting. We've played twice here now, and the audience really seemed to enjoy it. It's been great for me personally. I've learned so much about filmmaking and just people. You know, I've really, when you're an actor, it's a little bit different. There's a little bit of a wall. Like, I've never been like a sunglasses and entourage-y guy. That was never my style anyway, and I was never that famous. So it's not like I was dealing with, you know, that kind of lifestyle. With that said, once you're in a movie as an actor, you know, people are sort of like, wow, you're the guy that was in that skating thing, or you're the alien kidnap victim or whatever. And there's a certain distance, but when you become a filmmaker and people see you that way, that it's more humanizing in a way. It's a strange thing, and so I've had a lot more interesting conversations about this movie and acting and my past movies since I've sort of been unleashed on people as a filmmaker for some reason. I don't know, maybe they figure if you're an actor, it's probably too risky to get in conversation, but as a filmmaker, you have to know something to say.
Well, what about the young filmmakers in the circuit? And here, indeed, in SCAD, we have a very big film department. For you as an independent filmmaker, and them as kind of upcoming student filmmakers hoping to become the independent filmmaker, do you have any advice or tips about starting off in the business?
Well, you know, I started, I mentioned before I was a baseball player. I didn't grow up wanting to be an actor, and I sort of came to acting fairly late. I was 18 or 19 years old, and I started, you know, seriously thinking about doing it. And I remember at that time I was in New York, and I was going to NYU, and I remember hearing the description, aspiring actor. And I thought, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. What is an aspiring? What is that? You didn't use your deodorant? I mean, you're an aspiring. You know, so, and I thought, you're either an actor or you're not an actor. So act. And I really think the same thing applies with filmmakers. There's no such thing as an aspiring filmmaker. And especially today with video and the technologies that are available that are so cheap, you should be a filmmaker. Go make your movie. And the best advice I would give somebody who's trying to do something on a larger scale is the best way to make a movie is to set a start date. Once you have the script, obviously. But you can sit around and talk about what you would do if you could get the money, or if you could get the equipment, or the locations, or the right actress. Just say, we're starting May 1st. And then it'll be amazing how the effect of writing on the calendar in December or January, whenever you do it, forces everything to coalesce. Things come out of the woodwork to help you or don't, but it brings everything to a boil. Yeah. And that's the best advice. Just set a start date. That's how you make a movie, after you write the script.
Great. And lastly, is this your first time to Savannah?
It is, and it's tremendous. Boy, I was just walking around here, and I want to get on one of those horse buggies, because I want to take that graveyard tour and check everything out. I can't stand LA. You know, I live there. It's sort of by default in a way, and every time I leave there, I think, well, there's so many better places you could live. But this place, just in the one day that I've been here, just really feels like a place, you know, people say hello, and it's nice, and it's cultural, obviously. It's a really nice town. I'm looking forward to drinking it up the next couple of days.
Great. Well, enjoy your time here. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you so much.